Hello.
Good evening. Okay, I guess we're back to a regularly scheduled programming here, right?
Yeah, I think we're at Chavdalad.
Yes. Jumping back from branch to branch, which what Eliyahu HaNavi said to the Jews at Har Carmel and Mussar and Poskim Shnei Asifim, if Hashem or if Labal. Runa Achai, Hayesh Osher Gadol Me'amar Hazeh. Are there any greater riches than this essay? Wow, it's a bracha shetishmu. Okay, better be good. Ani artiklecha mashamaros a bracha. I'll tell you what the bracha is. Mashamatzasi b'sefer Noam Hamidos. I don't know what that is. B'shem philosoph echad. Name a certain philosopher. Obviously, we don't know what that is either. But v'tovu, it is good. Amr ki philosoph echad haya ani medudol. Certain philosopher who was a very impoverished, poor person. The king gave him much gold and silver and gold. To save him from the travails of his poverty. He rose in the morning, he took in his hands the silver, or the money, whatever. He came from the king. He said to him, here's the money you gave me, take it back. I don't want it. So it's like no desire for it. King was astounded. What are you doing to me? Why are you kicking at my gift which I gave you? And he responded, Adoni, I was born until today. I sat in rest, in calm, in respites of calm, and neighborhoods of security. I never was burning to acquire money. I was always sufficed with that which is necessary. The Yodali will say it was enough for me and more. And all of my wisdom was devoted to the wisdom of philosophy, of science. To quest and analyze Hashem's matters, because were many. There are many. Yesterday it took me the money. My branches, not sure exactly what it means by that, caused me anguish. I guess the places to which I stretched out. I think, what am I going to do with the money? Should I buy from it merchandise in order to make more money? Or to entrust it with a trustworthy person. Or should I buy with land, but yet and it will be an investment. It'll be to raise food for my household. And sleep was robbed from my eyes. Nigrash on my heart, Nigrash, and my heart was like a sweeping sea. Because it was surrounded by waves of thoughts. But true Hamon those, and it was crested with many distractions. And my spirit was pounding within me. Jumping back from branch to branch. Therefore, I cannot go in these ways. Therefore, the money is restored too. And he held on to his poverty ad kan lashona. Okay, it sounds like a pretty standard story to me, but okay.
We'll see what he says.
I know my precious son. You know my precious son. How much difficult for me to write. Nevertheless, I was not lazy to refrain from writing for you today the words of this wise man. Ma lo Isa shanachtom gankim. And how I'm not sure exactly what he means by that, but what kind of dough is it that the baker should testify upon it? Um, I don't know exactly what he means by that. Yadata mashanu omrim al zeh. You know what we say about this. Um, I'm not sure what it means. Yadata mashanu omrim al zeh, but rei b'ni kiboshes ganov anachnu nevosh b'ni kolein. Okay, we should be very embarrassed. I guess the Noam Midos is quoting some non-Jewish philosopher. And I will. It's a burden of embarrassment I cannot bear upon myself and upon my flesh. He says that we don't sense how many uh, uh, I guess distractions might be a word, but that's usually tirdos. Pros means disturbances. Bilbul ha'olam begali teredosav. In other words, that we see in this mashal something which we don't necessarily see about ourselves. That the world, we are full of bilbul ha'olam begali teredosav, the confusion of this world and the waves of its distractions. It says we are always jumping back and forth from branch to branch, from the pursuit, I guess, of money to the pursuit of Torah to pursuit of mitzvahs. For one night, he called himself a Poseach Hashnei Sipim. In other words, I guess this is the important thing. If you lose the focus even for one night, which you're supposed to be focused upon, that in of itself makes you be a Poseach Hashnei Sipim. It makes you already in the status of somebody who is unfocused and therefore distracted from ultimate purpose by peripheral concerns. And so this is true about a person who is in the state of distractedness, of haste, constantly running from thing to thing, from place to place, all the days of his life. And this causes me gives me truth in that which Navi says. How am I going to jump back and forth? They did not serve the Baal, as Elio would seem to indicate with the simple meaning of his words, but they were distracted by the stuff which had to do with the Baal and with his prophets.
They were distracted by the lifestyle.
Yes.
Rather than just Avodah Zarah.
Okay. Simcha Liki is that Bani said the Varni flow about Pasuk Shom. So the Pasuk Mashay Sipi means not that you're mired in either one, but that you're jumping back and forth. And jumping back and forth means that you're not serving Avodah Zarah, you're also not serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu properly, because you're constantly in a state of nav and on, going back and forth, which of course is what modern life is all about. So much more so than the time of the Alter of Kelm. Fact. I assume this means fact. How much is fact? Maybe this maybe fact here means something to do with the story. That's okay. In other words, the previous in Chav Gimel is das okay Avichabavdeu, and he wants to say that the da is the antithesis of Poseach Hashtei Asipim. In other words, it always has this idea at the head and focus of its concern. Yeah. Lifanos atzmenu, and this we call this uh, 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 it compels us to the conclusion that we have to focus ourselves. We're looking for the good quote from the previous piece. Um, yeah, but it's on page Nun. He says here, "Verachim zelos b'chush k'mo shebi'ar map b'mamar nikra oyev shalom and chova al ha'adam meforeshim netzor lefanos da'ato, to remove from his intellect, machshavot thoughts, everything else, lumod lasos kol derech chochma, and always to do things in a way which is with chochma, v'zeh efshar b'li das sula, not possible without a clear intellect. In other words, Poser Shtei is the opposite of das sulula, clarity. Zel pshuto k'mashma'o, back to this piece here. Umaltem esolas lebavchem. The orla is called Timtum Alev. Timtum Alev is this, according to what he's saying. What is the Timtum Alev? The Timtum Alev is this constant distraction. Bilbul orla. The confusion is the orla. And although we cannot necessarily on the level of this philosoph ani, we have to try and circumcise, meaning remove as much of that bilbo by any means possible, which is not bad. It's important, Mussar. Okay.
Very good.
We can do the next one short. Okay. ישמע השם מעשיו, היום יום אב שופטים יוסיף מעט, הרחתי לכאורה בהשכלה אשר ברא עולמו בהשכלה אשר ברא עולמו לשמח וכולי. I guess that he started learning this statement, but I don't know what it is. But עבודה מיקי כצייתם יוק, הם מזבונם בבריאה, למה ברא ולמה נברא. Some of you analyze the bria, why Hashem created, why Hashem created it, and what's its purpose. Yishtomei Mola wrote of us, so be astonished on how good it is. Shemuchan l'nivroim, all things are good. Basically, Yismach Hashem b'ma'asav. Hashem will rejoice in his creations. Sameach lo ne'amar, doesn't say Hashem was happy. Ela Yismach, Beish Yugmar ha'es la'tova. When the time
when the time for giving over the good comes,
I guess when it's complete, when the stage is complete, when Hashem can be mated properly. It's appropriate for a creator who's omnipotent. Is the goal of Hashem's drachim are to do good without any limitation. When a person thinks about this, Yishtomem will be very astonished. He want to be from those who find favor in God's eyes. Because it's beyond capacity to describe the great oneg. And a person who prepares himself for that great oneg, he's a person who really loves himself. Not like fools, not like fools think that somebody who loves this world, or this as someone loves himself, somebody who indulges in this world loves himself. And there's much to be said about it. The intellect requires a person to focus on the ultimate purpose of Yismach. We have explicit possible. And it's not even Rashi, Hamuros by reason by Revo, b'chenksi pasuk chavtes v'yav v'chomer perish pasuk Cain. And I guess that this is the pasuk is saying that the bracha and klola are what we accomplish in this world. It's not a yoke, not a burden, but rather it's a bracha. It's not like what you think that's a burden. The bracha comes from listening. And then you'll be able to understand very well the bracha I gave to you in fulfilling the Torah. Besides the reward. No, he's saying more than that. Saying this paragraph is that not only is the future mechayev preparing oneself for the ultimate oneg, but the ultimate oneg in this world is a bracha sher tishmu, meaning the meaningful life of Torah. If you look at it, they understand this great bracha in fulfilling Torah. Zulas kabos, besides the ultimate reward. Vaklolim lo tishmu. Now it's a curse. And then that will cause you to deviate and it cause long-term ramifications, but also right now it's a klola. Just in the giving of Torah, zulas aschar, independent of whatever ultimate reward there is. So it begins with Yismach Hashem b'ma'asav, but really he's saying that no. It's also in this world. Then we'll be able to fulfill it as well. It says is the domain flows down but right? Rashi Sof Sheni Shamor v'Shamata. Tziyati l'cha Rashi mechta v'cha mashvatzisi bal eshkach the east raya lezeh. Okay, maybe we'll come back to some future point. Anyway, the point of Yismach Hashem Ma'asav is that the ultimate simcha is when the time of Atava comes, but there's a bracha and klala already in our day and age. And it linked to the previous mind to a certain extent because the bracha is in that a person is not Hoseach Hashtei Sipim. That way a person can have the bracha of being involved in meaning in this world, I think. Okay.
Very good.
Okay, take care. Have a good week.
Yeah, thank you. Take care.